All right, here we go. My first duel in the XYZ festival. The first duel. This is exactly what I oh, they actually consider your rank. I guess your regular ranked in this, which I guess is nice. So I just did a video, so I'm saying that I think Cyber Dragon, I don't know if this guy likes Cyber Dragon. He does have the thing. Cyber Dragon's pretty good right now because it's most of it's okay, cool. Nice talk. Cyber Dragon's pretty good right now because of most of its stuff is not banned. Outside of the fusion monsters, which I think in the grand scheme of that deck isn't like that important. But alright, this guy's letting me go first. Fantastic. This is a decent hand, if I play it correctly. Let's see. I think here we're just gonna go for the big guy that can't get destroyed. He probably still has 50, no, only 10. I didn't even bother with the guy. I can easily get him out. Is there anything? Yeah, I still want to put this out. So he special summons, yeah, a card from the hand that can get a thing. So I don't have anything like that yet, so he's not gonna be too important. Lose 2 cards. I could put 2 spell counters. Well, technically I only need 1, right? Use that. Take all the ones off him. I'm gonna keep the ones on this one just in case. Now, do I want to negate monster effects or do I want to just keep this guy safe? I usually go with this guy because the monster effects of something that he might bring out I feel like is a little bit more important. But the other card is really good as well. He went to the other one. So I'm just gonna activate this. And then we have enough to activate his effect. Now we're gonna put this one face down. I think you can only activate 1 per turn or something like that. Yeah, you can only activate 1 per turn, but it's like a sneaky trap because if he does destroy it, I get the special summon a big bad from my deck that can hold spell counters as well. So he has to be really careful of destroying this. But luckily this is a scale of 9, 2 to 9, which is ridiculous. So I can summon this guy back if I really need to. So let's see what kind of decks that these guys are bringing up in the gold region. Dark Hole. So that kind of sucks because my other guy would have survived if it was a Dark Hole. I actually still don't have Dark Hole in my deck, funny enough. I think you get it from somewhere else. I think that's where the legacy packs come from, right? You get a Dark Hole. So he summons that, but we can bring that guy right back. So I'm really not worried about that at all. I'm gonna keep this card face down because it's a good free spell counter trigger in case I need it for something else. We get to the castle. The good old castle. We're gonna first we're gonna pendulum bring our guy back. So his hand must be uber trash. He must have, I don't know. And I'm assuming if they're using one of the structure decks, you'll see it. Now that card's gonna bounce back to my hand, which is fine. Which again is just a free trigger. Well, I'm gonna play this first. Free things. Now he can do that. Something I get scary about putting this back down if I don't really need to at the moment. It does give me free spell counters at the time, but also it's a little scary because then he could just pop it, right? Because then he can pop it, then I can't use it again. So I've been kind of having like this eternal struggle as far as should I keep it in there or not? Should I bring it down the second time or not? Because it doesn't do anything after I pendulum summon, right? It's just a free spell counter trigger. So he has Raid Raptors. Okay, so this was the example I was saying. So what does this card do? You take damage, you can special summon this card. Also, you can special summon from the monster deck. I think I should just destroy that. Strip the 2 counters that I have here. I only need... I feel like that's the only effect that he can activate this turn with Raid Raptors. I'm going to get real familiar with Raid Raptors, honestly, because I don't really remember much of it. Raid Raptors is definitely a deck I'm not familiar with, but I'm pretty sure not only since it is the structure deck, I do want to be a little bit more careful with it. And this card also has a nice effect when you normal summon it too. If I want to lock out Abandoned Zone, send to the graveyard all costs. So if he has a bunch of stuff lined up with one of my pendulum zones, this card kind of like takes all those cards out, which is pretty nice. All right, we got a face down. I think that those are going to be based on him summoning this guy back to the field 9 times out of 10. Now, Raid Raptors also synergizes with Phantom Knights, and what's also weird about what he just did is that he only drew 1 card, so now he's drawing 2 face downs. I'm assuming one of them does synchronize with this card being in the grave. But even then, I guess, why didn't you just put that there before? There we go. If this card is special summoned from the hand by the effect of an or normal summon, you can inflict 600 to me, which is what he's going to do here. You can special summon when an opponent monster declares an attack that targets this card. You can special summon 2 from the hand. If you do, negate this thing's effect. Again, I don't see the purpose of not just negating it. He normal summoned that, so. These could be baits, obviously. But I do feel like there are cards to get these from the graveyard, so I feel like it's not, they're not a threat to me this turn, is what I'm trying to say. That's a bad draw. That's why I've been thinking about not running 3 of them. Definitely don't want to run into 3. Let's see. So I've been pretty on a somewhat bad draw here. Now what I could do, I could normal summon this one, get this one out the way, and then pendulum summon it back. You could choose 1 card in the pendulum zone and send all cards your opponent controls in the same column as a card once per turn during the thing. Yeah, it's a spirit. It's pretty much a spirit monster, really. Let's see. That would give me more power on the field, and I could potentially. I think. Oh no, I have no. Wait a minute. There's actually no point in doing that. Actually, I was gonna say, oh, I'll link summon, but there's no link summoning in this mode. I'm gonna go with the direct attack again. Keep in mind that since there's 2 counters on this card, I can still use his effect. So Mirror Force. He must have just drew into Mirror Force, I'm sorry. That's fine. We lose a little bit of pressure here, but not too much. A lot of these games are going to be much slower too, because people aren't going to be able to Oko as easily. Gonna play the other card. Get my boy back. Oh yeah, technically I can do this. Oh, and it's cool. When he's summoned by this other effect, he actually doesn't bounce back. Funny enough. And this is what I was saying, is that the whatchamacallit is so strong. Yeah, he's gonna go back. The pendulum is so strong right now in the XZs. I feel like it's probably the strongest decks that you can make because of how oppressive it is, and the fact that, yeah, there's no link monsters, so you can't do a bunch from the actual extra deck, but you can do a bunch from your hand. And yeah, you can still run Regeki, you can still do all the other nonsense that's in the game, but I feel like there's not too many things that's gonna stop like mass summoning. That's what I was saying before. I was correct. So you got something that can get something from the graveyard. So this is going to be him pretty much going for XE summon here. Now, I feel like I obviously can't stop the XE summon. That was special summon. He could normal summon again, which he is right there. I can't do anything to the normal summon unless it activates an effect, which I'm pretty sure it's not. So we're going to have to deal with some form of XE's monster here. I feel like this is the structure deck, though. I feel like he is using the structure deck. Alright, so he decides to do this one. Gain 500 for each wing beast you control. Blah, blah, blah. You can detach 1 to add 1 Darkwind. So he doesn't really do much. He's just a defensive monster to get in the way. Something that I would not consider negating its other effect. I would rather wait until he puts another card out there. But he could obviously rank up Magic It, which I'm assuming that's what he might do. I feel like that's probably one of the cards that's been stuck in his hand for a while. Is that he had trouble trying to get the monsters out on the field, and now he wants to rank up Magic this one or potentially another one. This one is 4-star, so he can make a 5. So he special summons this one. Can't do anything about that. I could if I had my other guy, and that's all he's doing. So he just made this bulky enough. Obviously, I could just kill this thing and then push damage. This card is allowing me to get my big bad for free, pretty much. I'm gonna place the extra counters on the actual spell. Now this guy is a little bit special. That I think I can just remove it from the field, right? His pendulum is remove it from field, yeah. To special summon him. Also, I could have just used Reflect Enimon to get him out too. So that's gonna be my first duel right there. Pretty easy, I'd say. I think that his deck was not gonna do too much against a decently, and I got 100. So is that means that if you're using one of these decks that you'd only get 50? You earn medals, win or loss, earn double medals. See, he surrendered, and so he got less. Actually, he got nothing for surrendering. But I also could feel like people don't want to be held hostage. Earn double medals by using your own original deck. So I won. So that would mean that if I were using another deck, the loner deck, I would have got 50. Ugh. Ugh. It's a fucking basketball. And I'm gonna go second. Hopefully this guy might be able to put some more spice in the pot. Oh my god. I love this card, but not seeing all three of them is a little annoying. Kinetic fusion? Pay half your life. Oh god. Did he call that right? Oh no, I think it's just heads. You draw 2 cards. Is he actually? You know what? I actually would, if he's doing what I think he's doing. Is he trying to find a deck where he loses extremely quickly? I'm not gonna lie. Can I see his deck? KOH, you are a god for that. That is so smart. Maybe if I save it. I want to show you guys why he did that. XYZ rewards ticket. Oh, that's a different type of ticket? Oh, I didn't know that there are different type of tickets. And then they turn into legacy packets. Still don't understand why they put legacy packs. Like, why did... He has a bunch of stuff that kills it. So the reason why he plays a deck like this is literally so he can end the duel so quickly and save a lot of time. If the matches are based on... I'm gonna definitely, I'll probably copy it, but I'm gonna do a separate video on this or something like that, because it's actually pretty genius to do that. It's literally based on how fast you can get in and out of duels. If everyone was to run a deck like this, which is kind of scummy, but you'd get more duels in, and both people would be able to just get more duels. You get the rewards quicker instead of sitting here actually trying to play like the first match that I just did, and you'd be fine. I think this is genius. I've seen this before. It's a pretty smart strat. But anywho, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.